Hello, welcome back, grade 9, once again to our online classes. I believe you people are doing very well, and whatever problems are there, you haven't yet shared any problem with me. I do not know why. It is not like that everybody has understood the lesson thoroughly. I will only understand whenever I am about to take a test. So that till that time, I take you for granted. I believe that whatever lectures I am sharing with you, the lectures are well understood. All right. So until and unless you step forward to me, children, I am simply waiting for you. I am waiting for you to step forward so that I can connect with you better. But you are taking slow steps, like some of you are crawling towards me. Right, in this way, it is not possible to hold you until and unless you come and hold me also. The second thing I would like to share is you people have not uploaded your assignments properly on the Google Classroom. That is your official attendance register now. I cannot do anything on the WhatsApp anymore. Right, but if you are having any kind of issues, then you upload your assignment with a note that you are facing technical issues while uploading on the Google Classroom. And what is the technical issue? It will be better if it is mentioned there. Uploading issue or network issue or whatever. You are not able to open the site, or some people have already shared with me, some of you, that ma'am, the website is closing by itself, the application is closing by itself. Whatever it is, the problem with you, you will have to share with me personally on my WhatsApp. Did you get me? Now we are moving on to our today's class, and that is going to be on editing omission. That is a very, very important topic of our grammar section. 4 marks are there in this. I do not want you to lose on these 4 marks, because these 4 marks are very, very easy scoring if you have confidence in solving. I want to give you that confidence now, and please keep a pen and paper handy to note down whatever you find important, right? So here we go. Editing and omission, we are going to start with this. It is generally done during proofreading. When we have to proofread, that time it is done for our improvement of the correction part and making the text perfect according to the grammatical standards. It can be of 2 types. And what are the 2 types? One is the error and one is the omission. A very short text will be given to you, children. A very short text will be given to you, and you will have to check each and every line for your error or omission. Because in each and every line, error or omission will be present, and in that you will have to understand the correct position of the error or omission. With this, we need to also keep in mind that numbered blanks are provided with each and every line for writing the corrected or the omitted word. You just cannot think of writing the answer anywhere. You have to provide the answer along with the numbered blanks, right? Now, I am going to show you a trick how you are going to understand that where is the error and what is the error. We are going to follow Pact's rule. I have already shared when you were in grade 8, fanboys. I do not know how many of you remember the conjunction linkers I had shared with you. That is also a kind of acronym that we use for quick memory. So similarly, this will also help you to immediately connect with what you have to and have a look at this acronym PACTS, and you'll be able to gain more confidence in solving your editing omission question, right? Have a look at this PACTS. You will see the PACTS rule in front of you now. P for preposition, the next P for pronoun, A for article or determiner, C for conjunction, T for tense and S for spelling. T for tense or verb, S for spelling. Now what does this rule mean? This rule means you will have to identify these particular parts of speech in your editing omission question. In your editing omission question, we need to identify these parts of speech and the grammatical or the syntactical error or the grammatical error that can happen based on Pact's rule. We have to look for preposition mistake, we have to look for pronoun mistake, we have to look for article or determiner mistake, we have to look for either conjunction or tense or verb mistake or spelling mistake. So if you keep these in your minds, then you will be able to immediately and confidently you will be able to answer the question. So that is the Pact's rule. Please keep this rule as your acronym for quick memory or quick answering of the question, right? Now we are going to take a look at how to attempt the question properly, correctly. So now we know the Pact's rule. Once we know the Pact's rule, we can immediately close down on the mistake. Like if it is a pronoun mistake, whether it is a preposition mistake, whether it is an article or a determiner mistake, whether it is conjunction mistake, or whether it is tense or verb, or whether it is spelling mistake. So we can immediately close down on those particular areas in the passage. For that, what we need to do? We need to read the text thoroughly. In the text, you will find that sometimes there is a tense mistake, sometimes there is a subject verb also mistakes are there. So in that case, we need to relate these mistakes with the Pacts. We have to connect these mistakes with the Pacts. Now supposing if there is a mistake of this one, listen to this. Rama was gone to a movie when I saw him yesterday. So in this case, according to the Pact's rule, there is a mistake in something. Now once I tell you, you will be able to understand where the mistake is. So Rama was gone to a movie when I saw him yesterday. It means that something is wrong. Yesterday cannot be there with gone and was gone. Yesterday, something like that. So Rama was going to a movie when I saw him yesterday. He was going that time to the movie. So understand, we need to check each and every line for mistakes like prepositions, pronouns, articles and all. And also the subject and verb has to agree. In examples like, supposing if I am saying that the boys is dancing well. So in this case, is with the boys is not at all grammatically correct. So we have to change that mistake and we have to continue with the correct word. So here now I am going to take you to the next important thing. We have to very, very carefully remember that check the areas where the omissions are taking place. In that case, in those areas where omissions are taking place, your answer will contain three particular columns which we need to fill in. In the middle of the three columns, you will be seeing what? You will be seeing the missing word written on top. So you will write missing word below, adjacent or just beside that line where the mistake is there. Missing word first. Then you need to write before the missing word and after the missing word the words that are there in that line. Right? In case of editing, it is much easier and also simpler because you will be only given two columns, the incorrect word and the correct word. So that is all for your editing and omission. We have to learn this thoroughly so that we can write correct sentences and we can also help others in improving their writing skill. Right? Grammatically, It is very important, and also you must know that the more you are grammatically correct, the more your scores will also be correct. Right? So here we are now going to end our video lecture. We are going to look forward to our assignment and samples. Right? And with that, I wish you all the best. Take care of yourselves and do not forget me. Please upload your assignments on time with whatever is convenient for you. If it is convenient for you to upload on the this thing Google Classroom, please do. I will be obviously recording it as your official attendance. And in case if you're facing problems, then please let me know on the WhatsApp number. Right? Thank you.